Welcome to Sleeping Stories of Science, the secrets of science, and the gentle magic of sleep.
Some say this tree still remembers the first stars it saw. Its surface bears traces, like veins of time itself. Beneath the earth, it whispers in connections older than language. It has seen empires fall, yet never took a single step. Some call it Earth's antenna, tuned to the quiet of the cosmos. In stillness, time becomes surrender, not a chase. What if the answers you seek are stored in rings of patience? Tonight, allow your thoughts to fall silent. Like this ancient being, simply exist. Let's understand it better through some more chapters. Chapter 1: Introduction and Echoes of Deep Time. Chapter 2: Silent Witnesses of History. Chapter 3: The Trio's Perspective. Chapter 4: Secrets of Longevity. Chapter 5: Our Ancient Future. Chapter 6: Metaphysics and Emotional Storytelling. Let's start the story.
Now, expand your vision. Picture a vast forest of giants. Bristlecone pines in the deserts of California, ancient oaks in the remote European woodlands, baobabs in the African savanna, and towering redwoods in the misty Pacific Northwest. Each tree is a living archive, a time capsule recording the passage of centuries in its rings, scars, and bark. Each breath of wind through their branches is a whisper of history, a story of endurance and survival. These trees have seen the earth change in ways we could scarcely imagine. They have witnessed glaciers advancing and retreating, deserts expanding, rivers carving new paths, and mountains rising imperceptibly. They have endured wildfires, droughts, disease, and storms of unimaginable force. And yet, they remain symbols of patience, resilience, and silent observation. In this journey, we will step into their world, not as conquerors or observers, but as students. We will learn to perceive time not as fleeting moments, but as expansive centuries. We will understand what it means to endure, adapt, and persist when the world around you changes endlessly. The ancient trees have stories that no book can contain, no photograph can capture, no human memory can hold. And yet, through careful observation, imagination, and reflection, we can begin to listen. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to witness the rise and fall of civilizations without moving a single inch? To see the earth itself shift, ages pass, and countless lives come and go while remaining rooted, silent, and observing it all. Imagine a being so ancient it has survived for millennia, long before humans learned to write their histories, long before empires even existed. A being that has seen the world in ways we can barely conceive. What secrets would it hold? What truths would it whisper if we could only listen? What stories could it tell about resilience, patience, and the unfolding of time itself? These questions bring us to the greatest teachers of deep time, the world's oldest trees. These living monuments do not move, do not speak in human tongues, yet they hold within them the echoes of centuries, the memory of the earth, and the wisdom of survival that spans millennia. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture a lone tree perched on a windswept mountainside. Its branches stretch skyward, gnarled and twisted, each scar a testament to storms endured. Its roots burrowed deep into rock and soil, feeling the subtle tremors of the earth. Around it, the world changes. Ice ages come and go, humans rise and fall, civilizations flourish and crumble, yet the tree stands, silently witnessing the passage of time. Time, as humans perceive it, is short. A lifetime, at best, is but a fleeting instant. Yet these trees measure time differently. They experience centuries, millennia, and even tens of thousands of years. Methuselah, a bristlecone pine in California, has stood for nearly 4,800 years. To put that in perspective, while this tree was growing, the pyramids of Egypt were being built. The Roman Empire was rising and falling, and continents were still forming their modern landscapes. Imagine standing beside such a tree. Its age is incomprehensible. Every ring in its trunk tells a story of wet years and dry years, of volcanic eruptions and climatic shifts, of forests that came and went, of animals that lived and perished under its shade. Time is etched into its very being. And when we confront such longevity, we are forced to reconsider our own brief existence, the impermanence of human achievement, and the enduring power of nature. Deep time is humbling. It challenges our assumptions about what is important, about what matters. When we measure history in years or decades, we are looking through a pinhole. But when we learn to measure it in centuries, millennia, and even longer, we begin to see patterns, lessons, and the wisdom of endurance. Every ancient tree is a library. Not a library of books, but a library of life itself. Its rings chronicle the climate of each year, recording droughts, storms, and floods. Its scars tell of lightning strikes and fires. Its branches and leaves capture sunlight, store energy, and create shelter for countless other beings. These trees are living history, teaching us to read the earth in ways we are only beginning to understand. Dendrochronologists, scientists who study tree rings, can unlock secrets hidden within these silent giants. From a single tree, they can reconstruct the climate of the past, the rhythm of rainfall, the impact of human activity, and the subtle shifts in ecosystems. Trees, in essence, have recorded the story of the planet long before we even had words to tell it. But the wisdom of these trees goes beyond science. It lies in their existence itself. They survive not through haste, not through force, but through patience, resilience, and adaptation. They endure because they grow in harmony with the world around them. And as we observe them, we learn a lesson that no human history book can teach. Life is about persistence, connection, and balance.
What can a tree teach us about life? If we listen closely, it tells us that time is not an enemy, but a partner. That endurance is more valuable than speed. That strength often lies in quiet, patient observation rather than in forceful action. And that resilience is born from adaptation and harmony, not domination. These trees invite us to expand our perspective, to see beyond our human lifespan, to imagine centuries and millennia stretching behind and ahead. They challenge our ego, reminding us that our lives are brief, but that we are part of a continuum, connected to everything that has come before and everything that will come after. To stand beneath a tree that has endured thousands of years is to confront both the fragility and the resilience of existence. It is to feel awe, humility, and reverence. It is to understand that true wisdom is often silent, and that life's deepest truths are written not in words, but in endurance, presence, and the quiet persistence of living. As we embark on this journey into the world of ancient trees, let your imagination wander. Let your senses open to the rustle of leaves, the deep scent of bark, the whispers of centuries carried on the wind. These trees have stories to tell, stories of survival, resilience, and the unbroken thread of life through time. And as we listen, we begin to see not just the world as it was, but the world as it could be, if we learn to honor time, patience, and the silent wisdom all around us. Join me as we explore the mysteries, the history, and the profound teachings of the world's oldest trees, the silent witnesses of deep time, holding secrets that only the patient and the curious can discover. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to witness history unfold without speaking, without moving, without interfering, yet seeing everything? To watch empires rise, kings fall, and civilizations vanish while remaining a silent observer, untouched by the frenzy of human ambition. The world's oldest trees have done exactly that. They have observed the passage of time, recording history in ways far more enduring than any human document. Imagine a bristlecone pine, its roots burrowing deep into ancient soil. For nearly 5,000 years, it has stood in silence, while humans built cities, fought wars, and wrote their chronicles. This tree grew slowly, season by season, century by century. And yet, unlike humans, it remembers everything. What secrets would such a witness share if it could speak? Could it tell us about the subtle changes in climate that shaped civilizations? About the migrations, the conquests, the quiet moments of everyday life that history books overlook? Today, we embark on a journey to listen to these silent historians of the earth, the ancient trees.
The oldest trees have witnessed history in a way that human eyes cannot. Consider Methuselah, a bristlecone pine in California's White Mountains. standing for nearly 4,800 years. To put that in perspective, when Methuselah was a seedling, the Egyptian pyramids were still under construction. Dynasties would rise and fall, empires would vanish into the dust of time, yet the tree quietly endured, growing a little each year, silently observing the world around it. These trees have seen the march of armies, the formation of cities, the birth of written language, and the advent of modern civilization. They have endured the subtle shifts of landscapes, the carving of rivers, and the slow movement of continents. To stand before such a tree is to confront a timeline so vast that human history feels fleeting, almost insignificant. And yet, within this enormity lies a profound lesson: the value of endurance, the power of patience, and the wisdom that comes from observing without haste. Every ring in a tree's trunk is a record of a year in the life of the planet. Dendrochronologists, scientists who study tree rings, can read these rings like pages of a history book. Wet years produce wide rings. Droughts leave narrow ones. Volcanic eruptions and forest fires leave scars that persist for centuries. A single tree can tell the story of climate, natural disasters, and environmental shifts that have shaped the Earth long before humans even existed. Some trees have survived ice ages, observing the slow advance and retreat of glaciers, the changing course of rivers, and the gradual formation of deserts. Others have endured periods of extreme rainfall and flooding, their rings silently chronicling the resilience of life. These living witnesses remind us that the Earth itself has memory, and that its history is not just recorded in stone, but in the living, breathing giants that have endured for millennia. Through these silent observers, we gain insight into the fragility and resilience of our planet, and perhaps into our own fleeting place within it.
Consider the trees that have survived wildfires, lightning strikes, and storms of unimaginable intensity. Their bark scars are testimonies to survival. Their twisted branches tell tales of adaptation. A lightning strike may wound a tree, but it does not end its story. A drought may slow its growth, yet it continues to reach for the sky. In every scar, every knot, every ring is a story of endurance. These trees teach us that survival is not about avoiding challenges, but about adapting to them. Their persistence through catastrophe is a lesson in resilience for humanity. While we often see adversity as a disruption, the tree sees it as part of the natural rhythm of existence, an opportunity to grow stronger, deeper, and more connected. Even in the harshest environments, rocky mountain slopes, arid deserts, or nutrient-poor soils, ancient trees endure. They show us that longevity is not a matter of luck, but of adaptation, patience, and harmony with the surrounding world. Throughout history, humans have recognized the sacredness of these silent witnesses. Indigenous peoples revered certain trees as ancestral beings, spiritual guides, or sacred elders. Many cultures built temples, shrines, and settlements around ancient groves, understanding that these trees were not just living organisms, but connections to time, spirit, and community.
the oak groves of Europe were places of counsel and ritual. The baobabs of Africa were symbols of endurance and wisdom. The Bodhi tree in India became a site of enlightenment. Each tree, in its unique ecosystem, became a witness not only to environmental change, but to human culture, ritual, and spirituality. Yet human interaction has not always been reverent. Deforestation, urbanization, and exploitation have destroyed countless ancient trees. Those that remain are precious windows into the past, treasures of continuity that remind us of our responsibility to the living history of the earth.
Standing before an ancient tree, we are humbled. We realize that the civilizations we build, the empires we claim, the achievements we celebrate, all are fleeting. Time flows far beyond our comprehension. Yet the tree continues, patient and silent, a reminder that the world is larger, older, and wiser than any single life or moment. These silent witnesses teach us humility. They remind us that endurance and wisdom are found not in speed or conquest, but in observation, adaptation, and patience. And in witnessing history through their perspective, we are invited to reflect on our own lives. How can we live with resilience? How can we leave a legacy that is meaningful, harmonious, and enduring? The story of the tree is a story of balance, survival, and quiet dignity, lessons that humans can embrace in our fast-paced, transient existence. As we leave this chapter of silent witnesses, take a moment to breathe. Imagine standing beneath the canopy of an ancient tree, feeling the weight of centuries in its presence. Hear the whispers of its leaves, the pulse of its roots, the quiet endurance of life itself. These trees have seen what we cannot yet comprehend, and yet they endure. They offer us a glimpse into patience, resilience, and the timeless continuity of the earth. Our journey has only begun. Ahead lies the perspective of the tree itself, a way of seeing the world that stretches across millennia, teaching us lessons that transcend human time. The silent witnesses of history are ready to share their stories, if only we are willing to listen.
Have you ever tried to imagine life from the perspective of a tree? To feel time, not as fleeting seconds or years, but as centuries, millennia, an expansive continuum stretching far beyond the span of a single human life? To perceive the world not through ambition or urgency, but through patience, resilience, and deep connection to all that surrounds you. Imagine a being that grows slowly, season by season, century by century, observing without haste, enduring without complaint, rooted yet aware. Its life is not measured in accomplishments, titles, or possessions, but in presence, endurance, and the subtle, continuous act of sustaining life itself. To see the world as a tree sees it is to discover a perspective that changes everything we think we know about existence. Today, we step into that perspective. We will explore the consciousness of trees, not as humans might define it, but as a different kind of awareness, patient, interconnected, and attuned to the rhythms of the earth. Beneath the surface lies the tree's invisible mind, its roots. Stretching deep into the soil, they search for water, nutrients, and stability. They connect with fungi, bacteria, and even other trees, forming an intricate network of life that scientists call the Wood Wide Web. Through this network, trees share information, resources, and warnings about threats, creating a silent community that thrives beneath our feet. From the perspective of a tree, the world is not only what it sees above ground, it is the soil, the moisture, the minerals, the microscopic organisms. Life is a web of relationships where survival and growth depend on connection, reciprocity, and harmony. The roots are both a sensor and a communicator, a lifeline that anchors the tree while linking it to the ecosystem it inhabits. Imagine understanding your life as a network of relationships where every interaction matters, every connection counts, and survival depends on cooperation rather than domination. This is the tree's perspective, a model of existence rooted in interdependence and awareness. The trunk is the bridge between the hidden world beneath the soil and the vast world above. It channels energy from the sun through its leaves, distributes nutrients from the roots, and supports the structure of life itself. Every branch, every knot, every scar tells a story of challenges overcome and adaptations made. Above, the canopy stretches outward, capturing sunlight, sheltering creatures, and shaping the microclimate beneath. To a tree, perception is not just sight, it is feeling, sensing, and responding to the environment in a holistic, embodied way. The tree experiences the wind, the rain, the touch of animals, and the subtle changes in temperature and light. It adapts, it endures, and it grows in harmony with the world around it. From a human perspective, the trunk and canopy may seem static, but from the tree's perspective, they are dynamic instruments of life, growth, and awareness, interacting with the environment in ways we are only beginning to understand.
One of the most profound lessons a tree can teach is the nature of time. A tree does not rush. A tree does not measure life in hours or years, but in cycles, seasons, and centuries. Growth is deliberate, measured, and sustainable. Storms, droughts, and fires are not catastrophes to despair over, but challenges to adapt to. Each year adds a ring. Each century adds wisdom. Imagine approaching life with this kind of patience. Imagine measuring your own existence not by fleeting achievements, but by resilience, endurance, and the depth of connection with your environment. To live like a tree is to embrace slow, steady growth, to persist through hardship and thrive through adaptation. Time is a teacher, and patience is the lesson. Through this lens, the urgency that dominates human life begins to fade. Our anxieties about deadlines, accomplishments, and success seem trivial in the face of the quiet, deliberate wisdom of the tree.
From the roots to the branches, the tree exists in constant relationship with its surroundings. Soil microbes, fungi, insects, birds, and mammals all interact with the tree in complex ways. These interactions are essential to the tree's survival. illustrating that existence is never solitary. Life is a network, a web, a symphony of interdependence. From the perspective of a tree, selfishness is irrelevant. The tree's life is sustained through collaboration, reciprocity, and adaptation. It is a being that thrives not by dominating others, but by contributing to a larger, interconnected whole. The lesson is clear. Life is not about isolation, but about connection. Our own human existence could benefit from embracing this wisdom. Imagine communities, societies, and ecosystems built upon this principle: patient, enduring, interconnected. The tree embodies this philosophy not in words, but in action, in existence itself. Trees endure storms, fires, pests, droughts, and human interference. Each adversity leaves a mark, a scar, a twisted branch, a callus on the trunk. Yet, these marks are not signs of failure. They're evidence of adaptation, resilience, and life's capacity to persist. The tree teaches us that resilience is not about avoiding hardship, but about responding to it with flexibility, strength, and patience. Life is not perfect, nor is it meant to be. Growth occurs not despite adversity, but because of it. And over centuries, even millennia, these lessons accumulate, encoded in the very rings of the tree, etched into its DNA, and embodied in its presence. Humanity can learn from this quiet endurance. We can approach our challenges with patience, adapt to change with grace, and see each difficulty as an opportunity for growth, rather than as an obstacle to our existence. Take a moment to imagine yourself as a tree. Feel your roots digging deep into the soil, sensing the subtle shifts in moisture and minerals. Feel your trunk rising slowly, carrying energy from the earth to your leaves. Imagine your branches reaching for the sun, your canopy sheltering life below. Sense the wind, the rain, the animals, the seasons, each one a thread in the fabric of existence. From this perspective, time expands. The urgency of daily life dissolves. We understand life as a continuum of growth, adaptation, and connection. We perceive our role not as conquerors, but as participants in an intricate web of life. To see the world through the tree's eyes is to discover patience, resilience, interconnectedness, and wisdom that transcends human understanding. It is a perspective that invites humility, reflection, and a profound appreciation for the slow, enduring rhythms of life. As we conclude this exploration of the tree's perspective, let the image linger, a being rooted, enduring, connected, and patient across centuries. It teaches us not through words, but through existence itself, showing us that life's greatest lessons are often silent, slow, and profound. Ahead, we will explore the secrets of longevity, the biological, environmental, and philosophical mechanisms that allow these trees to survive for thousands of years. We will learn not only how they endure, but what they can teach us about resilience, adaptation, and the art of thriving in a world of change. For now, sit in the presence of the tree, feel its wisdom,
and let its patient, enduring perspective expand your own understanding of existence. Have you ever wondered why some trees live for thousands of years, while humans age and perish in a fraction of that time? What hidden mechanisms allow these silent giants to endure ice ages, wildfires, droughts, and centuries of storms? What lessons could we learn if we truly understood the secret of their longevity? In every ancient tree lies a story of resilience written in its rings, encoded in its DNA, and displayed in its remarkable form. From the bristlecone pines of California to the towering sequoias of the Pacific Northwest, these trees defy time. Their secret is not merely in their size or age, but in a combination of biology, environment, adaptation, and the wisdom of slow, deliberate growth. Today, we embark on a journey to uncover these secrets, not only to understand how they live so long, but to learn what they can teach us about endurance, adaptation, and thriving in a changing world. One of the keys to longevity lies in the biology of the tree itself. Slow growth is a major factor. Trees that grow slowly develop dense wood, which is resistant to decay, pests, and environmental stress. This density is a protective shield, allowing the tree to withstand the passage of centuries. Meristem cells, specialized cells that allow continuous growth, are another secret. These cells maintain the ability to divide and regenerate, replacing damaged tissue and keeping the tree alive for thousands of years. Unlike human cells, which wear down over decades, these cells preserve the tree's vitality through centuries. And within the DNA of these ancient trees lie adaptations that protect against disease, environmental stress, and the effects of aging. Their genomes are masterpieces of survival, encoding resilience into every branch, every root, every leaf. The more we study these mechanisms, the more we realize that longevity is not an accident. It is an intricate symphony of growth, repair, and adaptation that allows life to persist across millennia. Many ancient trees survive in harsh, remote environments, rocky mountain slopes, arid deserts, or nutrient-poor soils. These challenging conditions may seem like obstacles, but they actually protect the trees. Isolation reduces competition, harshness slows growth, and extreme environments favor the strongest, most adaptable individuals. Bristlecone pines, for instance, thrive at high altitudes where few other plants can survive. Their slow growth, dense wood, and chemical defenses make them virtually indestructible. They endure where younger, faster-growing species would perish, and in doing so, they record centuries of environmental change in their rings. The lesson is profound. Longevity is not just a matter of biology, but also a matter of context. Survival depends on harmony with the environment, the ability to adapt, and the quiet wisdom of patience. Ancient trees have evolved remarkable adaptations to endure. Their bark may be thick and fire-resistant, their roots deep and resourceful, their branches twisted to withstand strong winds. Some secrete chemicals to deter pests, while others form symbiotic relationships with fungi to share nutrients and communicate threats.
Every scar, every gnarled branch, every hollow trunk tells a story of survival. These trees are living archives. Their morphology, a record of battles fought and won against the elements, diseases, and the passage of time. From a human perspective, it is easy to overlook the subtle genius of these adaptations. Yet, they reveal a universal principle. Resilience is built not through brute strength alone, but through flexibility, foresight, and intelligent design. Longevity is not just about surviving, it is about thriving through adversity. Trees teach us that endurance comes from patience, from growing slowly and deliberately, from adapting to the world rather than trying to control it, from forming connections with all that surrounds us. Consider the bristlecone pine, which may live nearly 5,000 years. Its life is a lesson in resilience, showing us that even in harsh environments, slow, steady growth and careful adaptation lead to survival. It reminds us that life is measured not in fleeting achievements, but in depth, presence, and the ability to endure. These lessons extend beyond biology. They invite us to reconsider how we approach human life, health, and society. What could we learn if we embraced patience over haste, resilience over fragility, and interconnection over isolation? Methuselah, a bristlecone pine nearly 4,800 years old, has outlived countless generations of humans. Prometheus, another ancient bristlecone, survived millennia before it was felled, leaving behind a trunk whose rings tell stories of droughts, storms, and ice ages. Giant sequoias, some over 3,000 years old, tower over entire landscapes, offering shelter, oxygen, and life to thousands of other species. Each of these trees demonstrates a unique strategy for enduring the centuries. Slow growth, deep roots, chemical defenses, symbiotic relationships, and the ability to adapt to environmental pressures. They are not only survivors, but teachers, showing us that longevity is an intricate balance of biology, ecology, and patience. Even in death, these trees continue to contribute to life. Fallen trunks become habitats, their nutrients return to the soil, and their presence influences the ecosystem for centuries. Longevity, it seems, is not just a measure of time, but of influence and legacy. What can humans learn from trees that live for thousands of years? Perhaps it is the value of patience, of enduring adversity without despair, of growing slowly yet meaningfully. Perhaps it is the importance of adapting gracefully to change, forming connections, and contributing to a larger whole. In a world obsessed with speed, achievement, and instant gratification, the ancient trees remind us that endurance and wisdom are cultivated over centuries. They invite us to reflect on our own lives. How do we measure success? How do we endure challenges? How do we contribute to the continuity of life? By observing these living monuments, we can begin to integrate their lessons into our own existence, cultivating resilience, patience, and a sense of interconnectedness that extends beyond our individual lifespans. As we conclude our exploration of the secrets of longevity, imagine standing beneath one of these ancient giants. Feel the weight of centuries in its presence, the quiet resilience in its roots, the wisdom encoded in every ring. This tree has endured storms, droughts, and the passing of civilizations, yet it continues to thrive, to grow, to contribute to the world around it. The lesson is clear. Life is not measured solely by years, but by resilience, adaptation, and the legacy we leave. In understanding the secrets of longevity, we learn not just how trees survive, but how we too might endure through patience, harmony, and connection with the world around us. Ahead, we will explore how this wisdom can guide our vision for the future, how we can honor these ancient sentinels, preserve their legacy, and create an ancient future that echoes their endurance and resilience. Have you ever wondered what the future would look like if we approached life with the patience, resilience, and perspective of a tree? If we measured progress not in fleeting decades, but in centuries and millennia? Imagine a world where human civilization learned to thrive not by conquering, but by harmonizing with the rhythms of nature. A world shaped by wisdom accumulated over millennia, not by haste or short-term gain. The ancient trees we have explored are more than silent witnesses. They are guides. They embody lessons about endurance, adaptation, and interconnection that humanity desperately needs in our fast-paced, ever-changing world. Today, we step into the vision of an ancient future, a future inspired by the wisdom of the oldest living beings on Earth. What would it mean to live like a civilization guided by the principles of the tree? To design our cities, communities, and lives around patience, resilience, and connection. To honor time, to value longevity, and to respect the web of life that sustains us all. Humanity is often obsessed with the short term, quarterly profits, immediate achievements, fleeting recognition. Yet the trees teach us to think in centuries. Methuselah, standing nearly 4,800 years, does not rush. It does not compete for accolades or urgency. It grows slowly, steadily, and intentionally, investing in longevity and stability. Imagine applying this mindset to human civilization. Policies, technology, architecture, and culture designed for centuries of endurance rather than decades of convenience. Cities planned with patience, infrastructure built to last generations, and decisions weighed for their long-term impact on society and the environment. Long-term thinking transforms how we relate to the world. It encourages responsibility not just to ourselves, but to future generations. It is the first step toward an ancient future, a civilization aligned with the enduring wisdom of nature. Trees thrive because they exist in harmony with their surroundings. They take what they need without exhausting the ecosystem, forming partnerships with fungi, microbes, and animals. They adapt without domination. They endure through cooperation. What if human societies embraced the same principles? Agriculture that replenishes soil rather than depletes it. Urban spaces that integrate greenery, biodiversity, and water management. Energy systems designed to work with natural cycles rather than disrupt them. The ancient trees remind us that sustainability is not a luxury. It is the foundation of endurance and resilience. By learning from these ancient sentinels, humanity can create systems that last centuries, that thrive alongside ecosystems, and that honor the delicate balance of life on Earth. Every ancient tree that stands today has survived the impact of human civilization by chance, resilience, and sometimes protection. They remind us of our ethical responsibility to safeguard not only our own future, but the legacy of life that comes after us. Conservation is not merely a scientific endeavor, it is a moral imperative. Protecting ancient forests, preserving biodiversity, and respecting natural landscapes are acts of stewardship, recognizing that life is a continuum that extends far beyond our individual lifetimes. The ancient trees teach us that ethical responsibility is inseparable from endurance. By caring for the world today, we ensure that future generations inherit a living, thriving planet. A planet rich in history, wisdom, and possibility. The world is changing faster than ever, and humans face unprecedented challenges. Climate shifts, resource scarcity, social upheaval, and technological disruption. The ancient trees provide a model of resilience in the face of change. They adapt slowly but deliberately, surviving storms, fires, and human encroachment. Their longevity is not a product of rigidity, but of flexibility, patience, and awareness. By observing their strategies, we learn that resilience is not reactive. It is proactive, built on foresight, connection, and adaptation. In envisioning our ancient future, we must cultivate the same qualities: the ability to anticipate change, to adapt gracefully, and to persist without sacrificing integrity or connection to the world around us. Throughout history, humans have revered ancient trees for their wisdom and presence. Sacred groves, ceremonial trees, and legends of arboreal guardians show that deep down, we have always recognized their guidance. An ancient future does not mean abandoning culture. It means integrating culture with the enduring rhythms of nature. It means stories, art, philosophy, and science aligned with long-term thinking and respect for life. It means honoring the lessons embedded in the rings of Methuselah, the scars of Prometheus, and the towering crowns of sequoias. By embracing this perspective, human civilization can cultivate depth, meaning, and continuity, creating a culture that values presence over haste, wisdom over exploitation, and connection over isolation. Now, close your eyes and picture this ancient future. Cities intertwined with forests, rivers flowing clean and strong, communities growing patiently and harmoniously, knowledge preserved and applied across generations. Humans living in rhythm with the earth, taking inspiration from the endurance and patience of ancient trees. In this world, time is not an enemy to be conquered, but a guide. Decisions are weighed not for immediate gratification, but for centuries of impact. Technology is designed to harmonize with life, not dominate it. And humanity, humbled by the perspective of deep time, acts as a guardian of both present and future life. This is the vision of our ancient future, a civilization rooted in wisdom, patience, resilience, and interconnection. A civilization that honors the silent teachers who have stood for millennia. As we conclude this journey into our ancient future, remember that it begins with perspective. By observing the oldest trees, by understanding their patience, resilience, and interconnection, we gain the insight to shape a world that lasts, not just for decades, but for centuries. The ancient trees invite us to pause, to reflect, and to act. They show us that true progress is measured not in speed or conquest, but in endurance, harmony, and wisdom. They remind us that the future is not something we inherit. It is something we create, consciously, patiently, and with respect for all life. As we step forward into our own lives, may we carry the lessons of the ancient trees: patience, resilience, adaptation, and deep interconnectedness, and build a future worthy of their enduring presence. Have you ever felt the quiet presence of a tree and sensed that it knows more than we do? That it holds secrets not just of Earth's history, but of life itself? The unseen threads connecting every living being, every moment, every heartbeat. There is a hidden dimension to existence, a subtle vibration of life that we rarely perceive, yet trees have been attuned to it for millennia. Imagine closing your eyes beneath the canopy of an ancient forest. Feel the wind brushing your skin, the roots beneath your feet, the whisper of leaves in the branches above. In that moment, you are not separate from the world. You are part of a vast, interconnected web of life, consciousness, and time itself. The trees are not just witnesses of history, they are participants in the cosmic dance of existence. Today, we explore this hidden dimension. We enter the metaphysical realm of trees, where biology meets soul, where time meets eternity, and where human emotion meets the deep intelligence of life itself. Trees teach us to see ourselves in their stillness, to observe without judgment, to endure without complaint, to exist fully in the present. Every tree is a mirror, reflecting back our own potential for patience, resilience, and deep awareness. When you stand beneath an ancient tree, you are invited to slow your breath, quiet your mind, and feel the continuity of life. You begin to sense that existence is not a series of isolated moments, but a flowing continuum where the past, present, and future are woven together like roots underground. In this mirror, we see our fleeting anxieties, our rushed ambitions, and our fears of impermanence. The tree reflects back a truth we often forget. Life is not a race, but a dance, a patient unfolding in harmony with the world.
Picture a forest fire raging across the land. Animals flee, humans panic, and the world trembles in chaos. But the ancient trees endure. Their bark may be charred, their branches scarred, yet life persists within them. They heal slowly, grow patiently, And in doing so, they teach us about emotional endurance. Imagine living your life with the heart of a tree, enduring hardships, not with despair, but with quiet courage, growing through loss, adapting through change, connecting through empathy. Each trial is a ring added to your trunk of being, a testament to resilience and love. Stories of humans who find solace beneath ancient trees are abundant. Lovers, philosophers, and seekers alike have shared their grief, their hope, and their dreams with these silent guardians. In return, the trees offer perspective, grounding, and the profound reassurance that life, even in hardship, continues. Trees teach us that time is not linear. To them, centuries unfold like a single breath, and moments are inseparable from the vast web of life. They are portals to a metaphysical understanding that existence is a tapestry and we are threads woven into it. Every leaf, every root, every falling seed carries the energy of life. The tree absorbs, transforms, and shares this energy, participating in a subtle exchange that transcends words. It is a form of consciousness different from ours, yet no less profound. In contemplating this, we realize that awareness is not limited to humans. It is a property of life itself. This insight changes how we experience emotion. Grief, joy, hope, and love are not merely human experiences. They are universal currents in the river of life. And trees, standing for centuries attuned to these currents, remind us that we are never truly alone. The tree embodies the qualities we often struggle to cultivate in our own lives: patience, compassion, and interbeing. Patience because it grows without rush, enduring centuries. Compassion because it sustains life around it, providing shade, oxygen, food, and shelter. Interbeing because its existence is inseparable from the network of life beneath and above the soil. By meditating on the life of a tree, we learn to embody these qualities. We begin to see our actions as part of a larger system, to care for others as naturally as a tree nurtures the soil, and to accept time as a gentle teacher rather than a relentless judge. The metaphysics of the tree is simple yet profound. Existence is not about domination or control, but about harmony, contribution, and awareness.
Many who have spent time among ancient trees report feelings that cannot be explained by logic alone. A sense of awe, a deep peace, an unshakable connection to life itself. These emotional experiences are gateways to understanding the metaphysical lessons of the trees. In times of grief or uncertainty, standing beneath a 1,000-year-old oak can bring perspective. Its scars tell stories of storms survived. Its roots show the strength of grounding. Its leaves whisper the continuity of life. In these moments, we are reminded that suffering is temporary, that endurance is possible,
and that our lives are part of something far greater than ourselves. The tree becomes a confidant, a mentor, a guide, not through words, but through presence. And in that presence, we find both emotional healing and profound insight.
The life of a tree mirrors the cosmic rhythm of existence: birth, growth, death, and renewal. Leaves fall and decay, returning nutrients to the soil. Branches may break, giving shelter to new life. The trunk eventually becomes a home for countless organisms. Life flows through the tree, and the tree flows through life. From a metaphysical perspective, this teaches us that death is not an end, but a transformation, that existence is cyclical, and every action reverberates through the web of life. The ancient trees, in their silent, patient way, embody this truth, that life is eternal, not in the sense of immortality, but in connection, influence, and continuity. When we align ourselves with this rhythm, we find peace in impermanence, purpose in presence, and joy in participation in the dance of life.
As we conclude this journey into the metaphysical and emotional world of trees, pause and breathe. Imagine your own roots deep in the soil of existence, your branches reaching toward the sky of possibilities, your presence interwoven with countless lives across time and space. The ancient trees invite us to embrace patience, to endure gracefully, to connect deeply, and to recognize the profound beauty of life in every moment. They are teachers of endurance, mentors of wisdom, and guardians of the unseen currents that flow through all living things. Carry their lessons into your own life. Let them remind you that time is vast, that resilience is possible, that love and compassion ripple through existence, and that we are never truly alone. In their silent presence, we discover not only the history of the earth, but the infinite depth of our own souls.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to Sleeping Stories of Science for more relaxing science stories.